Can everyone hear me good? Can everyone hear me good? Is the mic good? Big up to every single one of you lot. Let's just hold on. Yeah, it's that. Big up to every single one of you. Can everyone hear me good? Yeah, is it lagging or is it good? I don't know. Make sure everything's good. Let me know if the mic's good, if I'm lagging or whatever. It says I'm on fucking one bar. I can't. This internet is so jarring. Big up to every single one. Big up to Adam. Big up to Danny B. Smash the like button. Smash the sub button. I wanted to try and get 1,100 subscribers by the end of the weekend, which isn't going to happen unless I get a massive boost today in this stream. But yeah, listen, we'll try and get it by tomorrow. Got a show tomorrow with Rashid, and today we're going to be discussing Viktor Gyokeres, the comments that made by the sporting president, and what Viktor Gyokeres is feeling. And we're going to do a Man United squad ranking in terms of how much each player is worth. We're going to be ranking each Manchester United player by how much they are worth. So make sure you're going to make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. We're going to go for about an hour. And then, well, yeah, because obviously the buying game starts at about 9, so we'll probably do that for about an hour. Yeah, squad rank Man United. So let's get straight into it. Big up to Adam, big up to Danny, big up to everyone in the chat. Like buttons, smash 9 likes to try and get to 20 likes minimum, and hit the sub button as well if you're new. You know what I'm saying? It's all Gucci in the hood, bruv. All Gucci in the hood. Let's get straight into it. So let's start off with the Viktor Gyokeres quotes. I mean, I think I got them bookmarked. Sport Lisbon didn't participate in the Club World Cup. I know, bro. Oh, my nose has got a massive spot on it, bro. Inside it, shall I say? This is what it's stated. Hold on, where is it? There you go. Right, hold on. Let's get straight into this. Present Viktor Gyokeres. So Viktor Gyokeres, sporting president Federico Varandes said earlier on Viktor Gyokeres, I'm not going to say what the price is. The player knows what it is. I can tell you that Viktor will not leave for 60 million euros plus 10 million euros in add-ons. He won't. He just won't. And that isn't the only one. This is the other one. Sporting president Viktor Varandes on Viktor Gyokeres valuation. In recent weeks, we have been paying attention. I saw a player like Zubamendi, who is 6 months younger than Gyokeres, go for 65 million euros. I saw Matheus Cunha go to Manchester United for 75 million euros. Matheus Cunha is a better footballer than him anyways. Actually did it in a higher league and been proven in more leagues. But regardless of that, whatever. We are talking about players who are 26 years old. I believe Viktor could leave unless he has the worst agent in world football, which I don't believe, as his agent is one of the best in the world. So what he's basically saying is that we were planning on selling you for 60 million plus 10 million. However, due to recent events and due to recent circumstances and recent market opportunities and all that jazz, we're now changing it, and we want probably what I imagine will be about 80 million full package minimum, 80 million euro full package minimum. They want an extra 10, 15 million out of Viktor Gyokeres, which I kind of get. However, Viktor Gyokeres' agent allegedly has said that he has it in writing that Viktor Gyokeres and Sporting have an agreement to sell Viktor Gyokeres for 60 million euros plus 10 million euros in add-ons. So let me know what you lot thinking in the comments, bro. What we're saying, like, it looks like look, this last bit as well from Fabrizio. Following Sporting president quotes Viktor Gyokeres has no intention to come back and play again. Gyokeres has already informed the club about it as per record. Portugal Swedish striker insists on the pact made last year of a summed exit, now feeling betrayed and tired. So it looks like, I personally think that that from what I'm gathering, this isn't in writing. I think it's bollocks that this is in writing. I believe Viktor Gyokeres knows it's not in writing. I believe his agent knows it's not in writing. I believe the sporting president knows it's not in writing. So the sporting president has all the power. The sporting president, I believe Viktor Gyokeres feels like he's getting priced out of a move, because obviously we know a lot of teams are pulled out of it. The Chelsea pulled out of the move, or Chelsea didn't fully go in for the move. Liverpool are a bit hesitant. Arsenal are trying to choose Sesko. The only club that isn't is Man United. Juventus can't really buy him. You know what I mean? Juventus haven't got the financial power to buy him. The only teams that have actually fully come into him, and even Man United, we're a bit on the edge because we haven't got that much money to spend on the striker. We have to sell off what we buy. So the only clubs that are really properly making him their first choice, or probably trying to get him done, is Saudi and Manchester United. Everyone else is using him as a second option. Arsenal with Sesko, Liverpool Liverpool haven't even been hesitant. Liverpool genuinely haven't been linked with him. Like, from what I've seen, no credible links have said Liverpool have him on their radar. Who else? Chelsea chose the lap. It seems like Viktor Gyokeres feels like he's getting not overpriced, but priced out of a move. And that's probably why he believes that teams aren't going in for him as much. Maybe it's true, Maybe they just don't rate him. Maybe they just rate other strikers ahead of him. But listen, 19 people inside, by the way. Let's try and get to 20 likes, 10 likes off. Subscribe if you're new. One subscriber away from 1,090. So if you haven't hit that sub button already, hit the sub button. Big up to everyone in the chat. I can see all the names. Darren, Stop Making Sense, Adam, Wesley, Adam as well. Big up to every single one of you lot. Juventus with the financial, but they definitely need a striker. Yeah, they're trying to get Jonathan David on a free, I saw Juventus, but apparently Jonathan David wants like 250 or 300 bags a week, which is why a lot of clubs are hesitant to go in for him as well. Some of these players have got the worst decision-making and worst agents in the world, bruv, because if you actually think someone's going to give Jonathan David, just because he's joining them for free, 300 bags a week, you got another thing, come on. It smells a bit funny, what the fuck. You've got another thing coming, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Jonathan David is a 150 bags to 200 bags a week max player. You know what I'm saying? He's not really lit up the league early. He's a decent striker, but like, come on, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? He's not that great, let's be honest. So for me, for him to be demanding that is wild, especially from an Italian club. Big up to Darren, bro. Gyokeres ends up at Juve or Saudi. But this is the thing, Adam. This is the thing. Juve can't buy him unless... Juventus can't buy him unless they sell massively, or they do when. Well, to be fair, they've made about 40 million after Club World Cup, but they can't. Juventus haven't got 80 million to drop on a player. They've got Lloyd Kelly at the back line, bruv. Lloyd Kelly and Kalu or whatever his name is. They've not got a solid defence. They still need to spend money on other players. You know what I'm saying? They still need other players to buy. You know what I'm saying? They can't spend 80 million plus what's going to be what we're saying 200 to 250 bags a week for Viktor Gyokeres plus all the bonuses. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Sporting are genuinely trying to price him out of the move from other suitors. Maybe he wants to go to Juventus. Maybe he's open to going to an Italian team. But no Italian team could afford him. And Manchester United are the only team right now in the Premier League that seem to actively have him as their first choice. And he doesn't want to go there because we don't have Champions League football. And even us, we can't buy him until we sell. So it looks like at the minute he could potentially see a situation at the end of this summer where he's stuck at Sporting. And as you can see here, Fabrizio is saying that he's already informed the club that he has no intention of playing for the football club again because he feels betrayed. Big up to Stop Making Sense. Big up to Wesley. Jonathan David is playing today for Canada against Guatemala and the Gold Cup at the same time. His team is making negotiations impossible because you could have agreed on personal terms but then get the run around where the team is utter nonsense. What do you mean, bro? His team is making negotiations impossible. You could have agreed on personal terms but they get the run around by the team. Yeah, but it's not even about personal terms. This is about what the club has to pay for him in terms of a financial package. For those that have just joined, let me just show you guys what the president has just said. He said here, in recent weeks we have been paying attention. I saw a player, Zubamendi, who was 6 months younger than Victor, go for 65 million euros. And I saw Matheus Cunha move to Manchester United for around 75 million euros. We are talking about players who are 26 years old. I believe Victor could leave unless he has the worst agent in the world, which I don't believe, as his agent's one of the best in the world. And he also said this, I'm not going to say what the price is. The player knows what it is. I can tell you that Victor won't leave for 60 million euros plus 10 million euros. He won't. He just won't. Crazy. Juventus are not the favourites going against Madrid on Tuesday night. What's the day today? Sunday, so they're playing 2 days. I might actually watch Juventus Madrid because that would be a good game. Madrid are going to spank them though. Jonathan David, I don't trust two names, bro. Gyokeres' release clause is 80 million. I'm wrong. That's what I thought. I assumed that Viktor Gyokeres' release clause got lowered this summer. So it was 80 million last summer and now it's 65 million. That's what I assumed. That's what I remember reading or remember hearing. But it turns out that may not be true. That may not be true. Viktor Gyokeres' his release clause is looking like there is none. It's looking like it was just a gentleman's agreement, a bit like Harry Kane with Spurs. It's looking like, let me clean my camera by the way, because my camera looks mad dirty. It's looking like Viktor Gyokeres just had a gentleman's agreement and had nothing actually in writing. For those that have just joined, because we've got 24 people inside, I'll read it one more time. Viktor Gyokeres and his agent. So Viktor Gyokeres is not Viktor Gyokeres and his agent. Viktor Gyokeres and the Sporting president. The Sporting president has come out and said, in recent weeks we have been paying attention. I saw a player, Zubamendi, who was 6 months younger than Victor, go for 65 million euros, and I saw Matheus Cunha move to Manchester United for around 75 million euros. We are talking about players who are 26 years old. I believe Victor could leave unless he has the worst agent in the world, which I don't believe, as his agent is one of the best in the world. And He said, I'm not going to say what the price is. The player knows what it is. I can tell you that Viktor won't leave for 60 million euros plus 10 million euros in add-ons. He won't. He just won't. That's for those people that just joined. Viktor Gyokeres today. I've read that one. The sad thing is Gyokeres wants Arsenal, but he's going to end up accepting us as United. Sloppy seconds. We are the fat girl. Bruv, you're an Arsenal fan. We are the fat girl at the club for 4 a.m. Hear this guy, bruv. No, but the thing is, Arsenal are going to pay by Sesko. If Arsenal don't get Gyokeres, they're going to get Sesko. And Sesko is probably going to be more expensive. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. Could be an Osimhen situation. What was the Osimhen situation? Can you remind me, please? Osimhen's situation was about David. It's similar to David if you're saying about Jonathan David. Osimhen's situation was that Osimhen and his agent seem to want 360 bags a week. But then this is what the thing with Osimhen. He wants 360 bags a week, but then he's rejecting Saudi because he thinks a European team is going to play him. No European team is paying you 360 bags a week, brother. Unless you want to go to Turkey, because Turkey pay low tax. So then you're going to end up playing in a shit league and just waste your talent when you could go to a Premier League and then eventually, earn your way up like Haaland did. Haaland started off at Man City at 200 bags a week, ended up becoming on 500 bags a week now. You know what I'm saying? Osimhen could do something similar. But he had Premier League experience with the Seagull Merchants, Brighton, right? Yeah, and he also had he also had fucking championship experience. He had like 22 goals in the championship. Now we need to go in for him, touch low. Don't see us getting Isak. Well, actually, I was going to do an update on Isak, but then I heard this isn't a reliable source. So James William, for Liverpool fans that are here, freelance journalist, apparently at Liverpool, he's got Liverpool fucking training ground and all that shit. Said exclusive. Alexander Isak has informed NUFC officials that if the club are to sell him, he wants to move to the Premier League champions. Liverpool are prepared to submit a bid. I don't believe that's going to happen. I've been saying I don't believe that's going to happen. I know all the clickbait merchants are getting all gassed about it, sitting there telling everyone that he's going to end up at fucking Liverpool. When I said I don't see it happening, I think he would go Barca next season. But yeah, apparently according to James William, who I have no idea who is, by the way, he just seems like an in the know. I genuinely have no idea. Apparently, has told Alexander Isak has told Newcastle that he only want if he's going to leave, if they have to sell him, he wants to go Liverpool. Yeah, I think it's a nonsense story. I don't believe it. That's what I'm saying. Sesko is more expensive for sure. Signing that bum will be a straight out. Why do you keep calling me an Arsenal fan, bro? Because you are an Arsenal fan, bro. You know you are. Stop trying to pretend you're a United fan. But anyways, let me get back to. Let me do what we was actually going to do for the main part of the stream because we've spoke about Gyokeres for about 10 minutes. Unless people want me to speak about him even more, make sure you're subscribing if you're new because we're literally one sub off 1,090. So if you haven't hit the sub button yet, make sure you hit the sub button. 19 of you inside. We're on 20 likes. Let's get to 20 likes. 7 likes away from 20 likes. We're going to be ranking. We're going to be valuing the Manchester United squad. So let me just go on it. My United, no players. There you go. Men. There we go. Right. Cool. Sweet dudes. Sweet dudes. With this greedy and unscrupulous agent who is the one driving the Frankie de Jong value up and leaking the news, he's not happy about increasing his player's salary. Will it still go through? Talking about Gyokeres because I think Gyokeres is the same. Does Gyokeres have the same agent as Frankie de Jong? And leaking news, he's not happy about increasing his player's salary. What's going on with his agent? What's going on with his agent, bro? What's going on with Gyokeres' agent? I don't actually know that. I thought it was just the sporting president is claiming that Viktor Gyokeres is not leaving for 60 million euros plus 10 million in add-ons sort of thing. It's all a bit mad. It's all a bit of a mess, isn't it? It's all a bit of a mess. But listen, let's start valuing the Man United squad. So I'm going to, everyone in the chat, join in. I'm going to do this as a video. I'm going to click this up as a video. Hello to everyone if you're watching on the video. This is going to be a valuing Manchester United squad. Well, is it? I don't know if this is updated for next season because it's not because Lindelof's there. This is the men's squad. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. Bayenda, 10 million. I don't think we need to waste that much time. Tom Heaton, he's going to leave on a free next year. I know he's signed a new deal now, but he's going to leave on a free next year. Andre Onana, though, what are we saying, lads? Because I think we can get 20 million for him. His rep has gone down massively since he's joined Manchester United, but I reckon we could get 20 million for him minimum. 20 million for Andre Onana. I don't know what you lot are saying in the chat. He's an experienced international. He's watched UCL finals. He's got to Europa League finals. He's won league. I think he's won league. He only won a league title with Ajax. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I still reckon we could get 20 million. I reckon like a Saudi team could come in for him or something. I don't believe, I don't believe that there's no team that would be willing to pay for him. Personally, I believe we can get 20 million for him. I don't know what you like saying in the chat. Um, Victor Lindelof's obviously left on a free. Mazraoui, I'm saying 40 million. No, I'm saying 35 million. I reckon if we sold it, put one on the market now, we'd get 35 million for him. We could get 35 million for him. Mazraoui is a very, very decent player. We bought him for 12 million, obviously due to political reasons out of everyone's control. Bayern Munich sold him for. However, yeah, I believe he's triple his value. I believe he wasn't worth 12 million anyways. He's definitely a 25, 30 million. I don't know how much Bayern Munich actually bought the guy. But yeah, Mazraoui is actually a very decent player. So I would actually probably value him about 35 million. I reckon if we was to ever sell him, say we put him on the market today, which is pretty much all of these players, if we put them on the market today, how much would they cost? I reckon Mazraoui could go to somewhere like, who needs a right back? I mean, Bayern do, but they just sold him. There'll be some team out there. There might be even like an Italian team like Juventus or something. Someone would pay 30, 35 M's for him. I reckon 30 to 35 million for him is not a bad price. Do you get what I'm saying? Our United team is so fucking dead. I can stench I can stench through the phone. I can feel the stench through the phone. Oh mate. Oh dearie mate. Listen, but Matthias de Ligt, we bought him for 40 million, and I reckon he's kept his value. I reckon he's still 40 million. In fact, you could argue we got him on a cheap, but he's 40 million. You know what I'm saying? Who compared to other centre backs that are going, Arsenal back to sign Mascara, I don't know how much for. Who else? What other centre backs are leaving this summer? Uh, you know what I'm saying? What other centre backs are leaving this summer? Brantwaite was 70 million. All right, English tax, but still, Brantwaite. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's a few centre backs out there. Huijsen was 50 million. Huijsen's very good, obviously. And I know De Ligt has had 280. De Ligt actually had £280 million moves, hasn't he? And a £40 million move. He's actually really expensive. What? About near enough 200 million's been spent on De Ligt in transfer fees. But yeah, I still think he kept his value. I don't think he was. Oh, I don't think he was amazing last season. I don't think pretty much any of our players was amazing last season. But I do think De Ligt was decent. I think De Ligt showed his class. I think in a more balanced team and a better team, you will see De Ligt. You know, his leadership qualities, his tackling is a bit. Yeah, his tackling, he gets stuck in and stuff like that. So I reckon De Ligt's kept his value. I reckon De Ligt's worth about 40 million, I would say. Yeah, De Ligt's worth about 40 million, about the same much we paid for him. The only problem is with De Ligt is one thing with him, that Man United gave him a bit stupid wages. I will not lie. Man United did give him a bit stupid wages, but yeah, other than that, he's worth that. Maguire, I mean, as a player, Maguire, we tried to get 40 million for him, because of the wages and all that stuff. It didn't go through with West Ham and etc. etc. This was like what, 2 years ago? Was it? Yeah, 2 years ago. He's ended up staying, of course. He's now got 1 year left in his deal, so he'll definitely leave at the end of next summer. However, if we were to sell him this summer, I'm going to base it off purely the fact that he's got 1 year left in his deal. I reckon we could get 20 million for him. I reckon if Crystal Palace, who sell Mark Gahey, and they can't get another centre back, I'm not saying they'll go in for Maguire, but let's say they end up going for Maguire, I reckon Man United could charge 20 million for a minimum. 20 million for him. We bought him for 80 million. His contract's, he's 1 year left in his contract, which is an option to extend, by the way. We extended his contract, I believe, by 1 year. Yeah, Man United could comfortably get 20 million for Harry Maguire. As I said, in a world where Brantwaite's gone for 50 million, and a lot of other centre backs, I mean, Huijsen for 50. Name some other centre backs in the chat. Any other centre backs that are leaving their clubs this summer or have left in their clubs last year? Because I can't think of any on the top of my head. But yeah, Maguire, 20 million comfortably. Lissandro, we bought him for about 50. How much did we buy him? 52 million, innit? Arsenal wanted him. 50 million. He hasn't kept his value. He's a decent player, but he hasn't kept his value purely based on the fact his injury record has been awful, and he's not been the same since that first injury. I would say if United put him on the market, we'd get 30 million for him. I reckon there'd be a team out there that buy him for 30 million. There'll be a team out there. There'll be some Spanish team, again, an Italian team, potentially even a Bayern Munich or something across those lines that would spend 30 million on Lissandro. He's very good on the ball, got quite a bit of talent on the ball. On the ball, he's very good. Defensively, he's actually not bad. He's not bad. He's a decent defender and a decent player. He was very good before the injury, innit? And yeah, I would say we've lost his value because of the injuries, and he's sort of fallen off, and he hasn't been that great. And United have made a lot of players worse. However, I do believe that we can get 30 million for him. I don't know what you lot are saying in the comments because yeah, I feel like a Spanish, not a Spanish team or something. Like they love Argentinians, don't they? Like maybe Atletico Madrid, Simeone, Atletico Madrid will come in for this guy, and we could charge 30, 35 million for him. I think we'd get that absolutely comfortably. Malacia, just beat him for free. Dorgu bought him for 30 million, worth 30 million. Wanted by Napoli, Juventus, so we had to snap him up quick. Talented young fullback / left wing back. Can play on the right as well. Yeah, I think he's worth what we got him for. I think he's worth what we got him for. I don't think his value's dropped at all, personally. Who are we selling Maguire to? Honestly, a team of blind mice. No, there'll be some average Premier League team that'll come in for him. West Ham might get him on a free next year when his contract runs out. Do you get what I'm saying? Like saying across those lines, you know what I mean? Lenny Euro, we bought him for 50 million, and he's worth 50 million. I don't care what people tell me. He's worth 50 million. Yeah, he's on about 100 bags a week as well, but he's worth 50 million. This is one of the most talented young centre backs in the world. Top 3 young centre backs in the world. The only one I'll probably say is better than him is Dean Huijsen. Everyone else he's absolutely unreal, bruv. He's still got a bit of maturity to develop in his game, but as a player, this guy is elite, man. This guy's a top player. I would say he's worth 50 million. I think if Dean Huijsen's worth 50, he's worth 50. You know what I'm saying? If Hato's worth, 30, 40 at Ajax, then Lenny Euro's worth 50 million. You know what I'm saying? He was good for United the second half of the season. He started off a bit shaky. Obviously had the injury, come back from the injury, got cooked by that player that's about to join Atlanta, the one that played for Southampton. However, this guy, is worth the 50 million. He's worth every penny we pay for. People say we overpaid. There, you're going to eat your words, mate, because Lenny Euro is a top footballer. Top footballer. Diogo Dalot. I'm going to say a bold shout here, a rogue shout, a bold shout, whatever you want to say. I'm going to say 40 million. I reckon we could get 40 for Diogo Dalot comfortably. I'll tell you why. If you're going in as a back 4, he can play as a right back and a left back. He's both footed. He can invert very well for the Man Cities, the Bayern Munichs, the Arsenals of the world that love the inverting bollocks. Yeah, in terms of overlapping, he's not that great at crossing a ball, but in terms of inverting, he's very good, comfortable on the ball. You know what I mean? He's very press resistant. He's very good on a turn. He's very good in build up. He's got a lovely pass on him. He's got a lot of attributes that a team would want. The only reason people are not saying he's worth 40 million is because he plays for Manchester United. That's literally the only reason. His wages aren't that high. You know what I'm saying? As a player, he's very decent. I reckon he could get into a lot of football teams. He could suit a lot of football teams. For me, I would say Diogo Dalot's worth 40 million. Man United's transfer window is embarrassing so far. I wouldn't say it's embarrassing. But yeah, I'd say Diogo Dalot 40 million. I don't know what you lot are saying in the chat. How much are we buying for again? We bought him from Porto for like 20 million though. I reckon we could double his value easily, comfortably if we sold him today. I would sell him today. I don't know why we're not even looking to sell him on the market. I think Amorim just likes him because he's Portuguese, even though he doesn't suit a wingback. Brian Mbeumo, any news? Apparently, according to some journalists, the deal was done. Brian Mbeumo, I'll get it up after, mate. I'll get it after in a minute, Kevin. Brian Mbeumo to Man United's done, apparently. I can't remember what the journalist name was called. Something to do with Man United. Andy Mitley or something like that said that the deal was done. Brian Mbeumo informed Brentford and all that stuff, and the deal has been, I don't know, signed along those lines. Aiden Heaven, we're bought him for 1 million. We could get him for 20 million for right now. I reckon 20 million. I think he's going to be worth more. I think he's going to see a breakout year, but he's only played like 4 or 5 games professional football. So in a minute, he's worth about 20 million. But Aiden Heaven, we bought him for 1 million. If we sold him today and got 20 million, that's 20 times what we bought him for. That's very good business. We absolutely robbed Arsenal. We absolutely robbed Arsenal with Aiden Heaven. He's a very, very, very good, young, talented centre-back, in my personal opinion. Johnny Evans obviously left on free. Harry Amas, talented. He's decently talented, isn't he? I'd say about 12 million for him. There'd be some Premier League club. There'd be like a Brighton or saying they'd pay 12 million for him, see if they could flip him in a few years for 30, 40 million. That's what it would be. Decent, talented left back. Nothing special, but decent, talented. Fredrickson, I honestly have no idea. I'd just say 5 million. Mason Mount. I mean, I'd rip up his contract. Did I say Luke Shaw? I just skipped Luke Shaw, didn't I? I did skip Luke Shaw. I did skip Luke Shaw. Sorry. Oh, mate. Luke Fat Shaw. Sorry about that. I did skip Luke Shaw. I'd put him up on the market for free to advertise him for McDonald's or something. Give McDonald's a good advertising board or something. Put him on the McDonald's advertising board. Say to McDonald's, here's a guy, here's a model for you. You know what I'm saying? Ex-professional footballer. Make him a Luke Shaw burger or something like that and put him over there. Or he could be one of those guys on the IB for strip. You know, one of them advertisers on the IB for strip. We know he loves partying. You can see it on his belly. He's been drinking too much alcohol. So yeah, maybe you put him on the IB for strip and he's out in the nightclubs doing the, you know what I mean, being one of those, you know, them people that hand out those leaflets and stuff like that. What are they called? I don't know what they're called. But them type of people, yeah, he should be one of them, or McDonald's worker or something like that. McDonald's, just anything, bruv. Just get rid of this guy. I don't think any other professional football club would buy him. Maybe when he leaves for free, they might try. But at the end of the day, he's on 250. He's on 150 bags a week. Who's playing that for a player that plays 5 league games a season and is no good? Do you know what I'm saying? Luke Shaw, absolute bin, get rid. Send him to Ibiza, send him to McDonald's or wherever, advertise him somewhere else. Luke Shaw is an absolute no good footballer. Yeah, and it's the same about his best mate, Mickey Mount. 250 bags a week this prick's on. Number 7 shirt, bought him for 60 million. Yeah, how much do you reckon we'd get for him now? We wouldn't get anything for him because, again, just like Luke Shaw, we can't sell him. Do you know why we can't sell him? Because he's on 250 bags a week. If he was on 100 bags a week, yeah, we'd better get 30, 40 million for him, probably. 30 million for him. Because he's on 250 bags a week. And again, he's injury prone. He's always injured. Do you get what I'm saying? He's playing 5 league games a season. Who is buying Mason Mount? Who's buying him? Realistically, same with Luke Shaw. I can't give you a price for these players. I can't give you a price for Luke Shaw and I can't give you a price for Mason Mount. I can't. Because I genuinely don't know who's buying them. Who's going to pay that much money for them? Who is going to pay that much money for Mason Mount? Can anyone give me a good example in the comments? I can't think of anyone that's going to buy Mason Mount for any decent money. So I would just have to say he's fit to lose us the final. Exactly, bruv. He only wanted to turn up for the final and he lost us it. You know what I'm saying? He should have just stayed injured like he did in the FA Cup final. Because the FA Cup final, we actually won when he played. Mason Mount, absolute, honestly, dog shit footballer, injury prone, number 7 shirt, 200, one of the top 2 worst signings. In fact, you could argue him or Højlund's the top 2 worst signings in Manchester United's great history. Bruno Fernandes, well, I mean, Saudi wanted 100 million. If we're going to be on it, he rejected Saudi though. He didn't want to go there. Let's say he wants to go to another European club. United could get 80 million for him. He's one of the players we could actually pretty much double his value that we bought him for. 80 million United could get for Bruno Fernandes comfortably. I'll be real. There'll be a Bayern Munich and Inter Milan, even though Inter Milan ain't got money like that, but Inter Milan could come in for him. Any of the Italian teams would take him. Juventus, Napoli, any of them would take him. There might even be a Spanish club that comes in for him. Atletico Madrid might come in for him. There'll be a lot of teams that come in for a Bruno Fernandes and would pay the £80 million asking fee. I don't think any of the teams in Europe would pay the £100 million £100 million that Al Hilal are willing to offer. But obviously he doesn't want to go there. So let's say if he said to him, I want to leave, and United was saying we want to sell you, another European club come in for him, 70 to 80 million, maybe like 65 million and 50 million in add-ons or something across those lines. That's how much we'd get for Bruno Fernandes. Shaw and Mount and Højlund out. Yeah, Højlund, yeah, fuck them all, mate. Absolute dog shit. Eriksen just left on a free. Casemiro, I mean, Saudi's the only one that would buy him. He's on 350 bags a week, and even Saudi ain't coming for him. Saudi are not coming in for him, so it's crazy. I guess we just have to say again, like, I can't put a price on him for free next summer. His contract runs out. Ugarte, I mean, we bought him for 50 million, and within a season, his value is already halved. I mean, we overpaid for him massively. 20 to 25 million pound player, comfortably. Absolutely average. Kobe Mainu, 60 million, comfortably. There's so many teams that would pay 60 million for him. He'd start for Bayern Munich. It'd start for Chelsea. Well, maybe not start for Chelsea, to be fair. Maybe we wouldn't start for Chelsea. But Chelsea would still pay 60 million because that's just what Chelsea are like, innit? There'll be a lot of teams out there that'll pay 50, 60 million for Kobe Mainu. Yeah, comfortably. Toby Collier, 20 million. Daniel Core, I have no idea. Rasmus Højlund, I mean, apparently we're trying to get 40 million for him. 40 packets of Quavers should do, man. I'd accept it, to be honest with you. But 40 million, I mean, I would value him at 25 million. But apparently United are going to get 40 million or want 40 million from Inter Milan from him. So if we can get 40 million, I guess that's what he's worth, isn't it? Which would be crazy if we could actually get 40 million for that flop. But I mean, just look at his face. Just want to hit him, don't you? You just want to punch it all through your screen. That's how average this guy is. Marcus Rashford. See, Rashford is a weird one because there will surely be some clubs that are willing to pay 40 million for him. But Rashford's wages are the biggest problem. Just looking at Garnacho's face as well, I want to punch him, brother. Honestly, why does he do that weird pouting with his lips? Like, oh mate, you fucking weirdo. Oh mate, can't stand that prick. Oh, I'm gonna say. Anyways, Rashford. There'll be teams that will pay 40 million for him, but who's going to give him his 300 bags a week? No one, because no one was dumb enough to give it to him like we were. Do you get what I'm saying? Like we were. So, yeah, I would say 40 million, but with his wages, I doubt we'll get a move for him. I honestly reckon he'll probably go out on loan. Xerxes, 30 million, what we bought him for. I don't think he's lost his value. There'll be some Italian team that would buy him. Juventus or something across those lines that would buy Xerxes. Or maybe even a Dutch team or something, I don't know. There'll be some team that buys Joshua Xerxes for 30 million. Ahmad, I mean, to me, he's worth 100 million. But in reality, if we was to sell him, we'd probably get about 70 million for him. Probably get about 70 million pounds for him. But he's not for sale, obviously. But we are valuing him. I'd say we bought him for 80 million. If we were to sell him, 70 million. A lot of teams would come in for him. A lot of teams that need a right winger would come in from the winger market is dead, as everyone loves to say. And if he was available on the market, yeah, as I say, there'd be a lot of teams queuing up for his signature. He's absolutely unreal. Like, listen, Newcastle for life sits there and says no one wants to buy Man United players. Trash out, not sold no one yet. I mean, if Ahmad came on the market tomorrow, Newcastle would bid in 60 million straight up. In fact, they'd probably pay 70 million for him. They'd probably break their entire fucking structure of trying not overpay for players, because that wouldn't even be overpaying, would it? Do you get what I'm saying? Garnacho, I reckon I was saying that I can't stand the guy. Just looking at his face makes me want to punch a hole through my screen, as I was saying. Look at him pouting his lips with his, like, he's got 4 slits in his eyebrow, bro. Like, oh, honestly, mate, absolutely tragic. But listen, however, with due to recent circumstances, recent market opportunities, Alejandro Ahmad doesn't even start for Newcastle. Yeah, all right, man. I want what you're smoking. Alejandro Garnacho, Jamie Gittins has just gone for 50 million. João Pedro's just gone for 50 million, etc. I reckon Garnacho's worth 50 million. I reckon Man United could get 40 to 50 million for him pretty comfortably. I reckon Man United could get, in my personal opinion. I don't know what you lot are saying in the chat. I reckon we will end up sending him. Aston Villa, Chelsea, or apparently looking for him. Arsenal apparently had him on the list. Napoli, we know wanted him as well. I would say we could get 50 million for Garnacho. Anthony, 30 million. I reckon we're going to get 30 million, especially after a successful loan spell. We had a very good loan spell at Betis. We know Betis are planning on a bid. Apparently Leverkusen are also planning on a bid as well. And Atletico Madrid are also looking at him. So there's decent clubs looking at him with decent bit of dough. I reckon we could get about 30 million for Anthony. Ethan Whitley, I guess I have no idea. Chido, again, I have no idea. Sancho, bum. I mean, we could actually, he's valued at 25 million, but like Rashford, no one wants to buy him because of his stupid wages, because the arrogant prick actually thinks he's worth 300 bags a week or 200 bags a week. Mate, you're shit. Do you get what I'm saying? You're absolutely shit. You're fat, lazy, alcoholic. Yeah, and you have about 5 good games a season, bruv. And that's Jadon Sancho. And that's same with Rashford as well. So no one wants to pay him his 200 bags a week. And I just can't stand him. I used to like this guy, but I just can't stand him. Not got the mentality to be a top footballer. Fat, overweight, obsessed with fucking party and all that shit. Nah, mate, not for me. yeah, as I say, there's Juventus, Fenerbahce, and Napoli all want to pay the £25 million asking price, so he's worth 25 million. But no one wants to pay his 200 bags a week, which he seems to want. That's why he didn't go Chelsea. Because no one wants to pay his 250 bags a week. Crazy works, isn't it? Why has no one bought your players yet? Well, one, because FFP starts, the window hasn't actually, well, the window has officially opened, but the proper window hasn't officially opened. Yeah, João Pedro did reject Newcastle, you're right. João Pedro rejected you got rejected again, by the way, hold that. One, because the actual official window, proper window that opens every summer, hasn't opened yet. It opens in fucking, 2 days. And two, because the new FFP window don't open until July the 1st. Do you get what I'm saying? So the new FFP year, you can put it on the books for the year after. That's why no one's bought our players yet. And they're all haggling over negotiating. Jadon Sancho, as I was saying, 300 he wants 200 bags a week, and that's why Chelsea didn't want to buy him. But they were willing to pay the £25 million asking price. I'm so annoyed that they didn't end up paying it. I'm so annoyed that this arrogant prick didn't want to fucking accept those wages. And now he's got a fucking lifeline to go to Napoli and win a few trophies in Italy and kill it in Italy. And instead, they don't want to pay his wages. He's too busy. Oh mate, honestly, just what a prick. Mateus Cunha, we bought him for 62 million. We literally just bought him. I would actually argue he's worth more than that. In a world where João Pedro is going for 50 million and Gittins has gone for 50 million, and Cunha's better than both of them, and we paid 62 million. He's worth about 62 million, 70 million max. You know what I'm saying? Mateus Cunha's worth that. That's what Man United players are ranked. Let me know what you lot think in the comments below. Let me know what you lot are saying in the chat. Bless up to every single one of you. Yes, subscribe if you're new. Bosh. Your club bought Agate over João Neves. What a club Man United is. No, because João Neves didn't want to join Man United. Pretty simple. When he was worth 30 million more, and he's not even that much better than him. In fact, he's much better than him. He's much better than him. But João Neves ain't worth 80 million, bro. Yo, what's good? Big up to Baron, bro. We should up the price if they want any of our players. Yeah, who you talking about? Newcastle. Listen, if you don't want Garnacho, I know you. Listen, they're willing to buy Alanga, by the way. So if they buy Alanga, for 50 million, we get 10 million of that. This is why we needed Real Madrid to buy Alvaro Fernandez, because we would have got money off that. You know what I'm saying? We would have had more money. We need Alanga to be sold for 10 million. For about 10, not 10 million, about 50 million. So we get the 10 million of it. João Neves is definitely worth every penny. I don't know. I wouldn't want your smoking, brother. Does João Neves start for Real Madrid? Does he start for Real Madrid? Really and truly, does he start? For 80 million for him? No, he's not worth 80 million. I said Messi can never be my goat, being dog walk like that. The problem is, if Garnacho wants to leave and United will say, no, but even if he wants to leave, I still think United value him at 70 million, bro. That's what they want. They want 70 million for him, which I don't see us getting, personally, but yeah. And also João Neves didn't want to go Man United, let's just be real. He chose going thingy. Ederson will be a great signing, get rid of Casemiro. Yeah, the thing is with Casemiro is no one wants him, not even Saudi, so we ain't going to be able to sell him. His contract runs out next year, so we'll probably get rid of him. Thingy, you know what I'm saying? And Cunha is pushing 30. He's 25, mate. What are you talking about pushing 30? He's 25. Cunha's pushing 30. Rashford and Sancho are different, bro. Sancho deserves the abuse. Rashford is not on the sauce. Sancho, I wouldn't say deserve the abuse, but listen, Rashford is just like Sancho, brother. Rashford is just like Sancho, brother. They're both lazy. I mean, Sancho, to be fair, Rashford keeps himself in good shape. Yeah, you can see Rashford keeps himself in good shape. However, Rashford is just like Sancho in terms of they both put football second. Yeah, Rashford's more interested in gambling, drinking, and going up, I'm saying shagging and all that stuff. Just go ask people in Manchester outside Old Trafford. They'll all tell you about it. But the blame should go to Ed Woodward and friends who put these guys on these wages. I wouldn't take less money if I'm almost 100k a year. I hear that. But they're different scissors, yeah. What would you rather do then, Hasib? Would you rather sit on the under 21s and rot another year away from your career, or go and accept the 100k? You're already a multi-millionaire. Yeah, go and accept the 100k a week in Italy. Let's say they give him 150 bags a week in Italy. Yeah, and he goes to Italy and he wins and he wins loads of league titles, and then he gets to the plus and he becomes a hero in that city, and he gets even more wages. He ends up getting 200 bags a week because he's a hero in that city. Yeah, I'm saying, because as soon as Sancho got that new contract, it all went to his brain. He started taking football less seriously. He started putting on weight. He started doing things he shouldn't be doing. You know what I'm saying? If you actually watch Football Touchdown, you know, John Evans runs the game. PSG just asked himself why Gyokeres and Enemy come at the team. Vitinha, I do watch football. I've done watch songs for PSG. Vitinha runs the game, mate. Even Saudi don't want players. It's horrible from a brother. Saudi don't want United players. There'll definitely be Saudi that wants Saudi wants United players because Saudi were linked with Sancho. They probably want Rashford. I mean, literally a month ago, at the start of this month, Saudi bidded 100 million for our captain. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you know Lauren, Liverpool fan, the one that goes on the Gunner show? Also, Kang In Lee. He was decent, but he's always on the bench. I salute the level of commitment you put into Rage Bay, and he's pathetic at it, though, isn't it? What do you mean by that, bro? Rashford is the same as Sancho, and they're black. Is it a colour thing? No. It's not a colour thing. I'm saying that they're both the same. They both love partying. They both put football second, mate. Do you get? It's nothing to do with their colour. Rashford is like Rashford. From what I've heard, a lot of people say you go to Old Trafford and they'll tell because people live in Manchester. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. But Steve, let me say something. Man United shouldn't let Sancho go on loan. Shouldn't let Sancho go on loan. Rashford can go on loan. He's got like 4 years left in his deal. I don't want to be paying his wages. If we can't end up selling Rashford, do you get what I'm saying? Then I guess we just end up putting him on loan. But Sancho, you're not going on loan, bruv. You're staying here. You can rot away, rot your contract away. Yeah? Do you get what I'm saying? Sancho and Rashford, we both know they're into partying and stuff like that, bruv. That's what they are. And what I haven't heard much about Sancho. I see a lot of the times when he's away in his holidays and all that stuff, and and just look at the guy's belly in pre-season, bruv. Do you get what I'm saying? It is what it is. But Rashford at least keeps himself in good shape. But Rashford's problem, from what I've heard, is in Winfinshaw. People that live in his area, he's loving partying, gambling, shagging, and all that stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? Let me say this: Rashford isn't the one flying girls from the States. It's all Sancho. Who did Sancho fly from the States? That's Madueke though, isn't it? Isn't it Madueke the guy that flew in Ruby Rose, no? Madueke flew in Ruby Rose, isn't it? Smash the sub button if you haven't already, by the way, people. We're on 1,090 subs, so big up to everyone that's subscribed. Are we on 20 likes yet? We're on 17 likes, so we're 3 likes off 20 likes. Smash the sub button. Get me to 1,100. We're going to try and get that by tomorrow. Meet in Jeet tomorrow in Hyde Park. I've been there once, never again. Ineos saving money by sacking people. It's a week left of the window, they would loan him. Yeah, probably. If they get desperate, they will. That's why I feel like we're going to get our midfielder. I feel like Man United are going to start the season off with Casemiro and Bruno in midfield. And I think we're going to get our midfielder at the end of the window. I think we'll get Edison or Richard Rios or Douglas Luiz, whoever it is we'll get them at the end of the window. Stones is only staying at City to run his contract out. Yeah, I hear that, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? And also, no one's going to buy him because he's too injury prone. Same with Mason Mount and Luke Shaw in it. You only got one signing in 1 month, not sold no one. It's a horrible window. Who have you sold? You tell me who you sold. Real talk, you tell me who you've sold. Who have you sold? Who have Newcastle sold? Who have Chelsea sold? It's hard to sell players when they're not performing and they're on high wages, bro. It's just kind of basic knowledge. That's why Chelsea can't sell Nkunku. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why Chelsea can't sell Nkunku. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Bro, Foden does the same thing. Grealish does the same thing, not Foden. What does that have to do? I think you'd be surprised how much these players are into that. And Mbappe, Vinny, Jude, Ruben Diaz from City, all of them. Yeah, and they all perform, bro. So it is what it is. And I don't think, from what I've seen, I've never seen... I mean, I've seen Jude Bellingham, actually. I've seen Jude Bellingham in Ibiza or Marbella thingy. What do you think about Partey joining Man United? I mean, he's a good player, but he's got mad allegations against him, innit? But yeah, I've seen Jude Bellingham partying. But as I say, they won't get criticised because they're clearly they're all serious. I'm talking, bruv. Wesley, I know you're trolling when you say you're a United fan. We know you're an Arsenal fan. Bruv, this guy missed training. I'm talking about... Sancho used to always turn up late to training, apparently. I don't know if that's true. That's what people are saying. Yeah? Rashford literally missed training and missed a whole day of training and called in sick because he was up in the night, pissed up in Belfast, a different country, by the way. Belfast is in Northern Ireland. He was in a completely different country, pissed up, and he didn't couldn't be asked to get to train the next morning. And do you know what? He rang in sick. Do you know the only reason Man United found out? Do you know the only reason we found out? The only reason Man United found out was because there was a video about going around. Someone took a video of him. Big up to SSB, bro. Be realistic. How many players we signing up to spend a month on the Mbeumo saga? I think we're signing 5. Apparently we want to sign 6, but I think we're signing 5. I don't think we're going to get a wing back. I think we're going to get a goalkeeper, striker, and a midfielder after Mbeumo. I think we'll sign 5, which I don't think is enough. I still think we need another player. I think we probably need 2 midfielders at least. I think we need a centre back as well and a wing back, but I don't think we can get it all done in one window, especially with not being able to sell players. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is this summer, that's just going to happen now, has affected us. Do you know why it's affected us? Because in this season, the Premier League season, it was voted by Premier League clubs that the FFP like thing would run for 4 years rather than 3. Usually runs for 3 years. It's run for 4 years now. So the next year, if this summer coming up, if it didn't do 4 years and it didn't vote for 4 years, it done for 3 years, Man United would have a whole clean slate and could probably spend about fucking 300 million this summer and have no qualms about it whatsoever. Tell you why. Because Ineos could pump in 100 million, which they would probably do. They'll probably do that next summer. And Man United you could make £105 million loss every year, all 3 years. So we could make £105 million loss, and we already got £600 million in revenue, and that's just on average 3 years. So say for example, I make £130 million loss in one summer. The next summer I have to make about £70 million loss, and the next summer I could do 105. You know what I'm saying? I have to make it up. It can only be 350 million over 3 years. That's what the FFP thing is, but unfortunately, it's now 4 year at this moment in time. The next circle starts next summer, which I remember when the article got released, they used Man United's name, no surprises, biggest club in England and all. They used our name to make out that, oh yeah, listen, it's coming in. You know what I'm saying? Manchester United, Man United hindered or some shit. I don't know what the fucking thing was. You know, with that much money, you'd be getting dirty macking all over the gaff. No, I'm not saying anything wrong with shagging. I'm not saying anything wrong with that. Although that does affect players' performances, it definitely does because it gives them cramp and shit like that. That's why they're told. It's true fact. Footballers and athletes are told not to have, well, especially footballers are told not to have naughty time before the day before a game, just in case they injure themselves or hurt their bones. True story. It's not even jokes. But I don't have a problem with that. I'm just talking about the drinking and stuff like that because alcohol's bad for footballers, just bad for athletes. Look at Conor McGregor. As soon as Conor McGregor started drinking and partying and all that shit, all of a sudden the guy couldn't win a fight. He was the best UFC fighter in the world when he was in his pomp. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Do you get what I'm saying? Newcastle trying to be rivals with us. Yeah, facts, bro. Fucking Grealish. Yeah, Grealish is into that. That's why Grealish is shit. Why do you think he's injured all the time? Why do you think he's injured all the time? Because he's too busy eating takeaways and drinking. It's true. And they can't. And even Grealish, Man City can't sell him. They've got him on 300 bags a week. They can't sell him. No one wants to buy him. No one's paying him that wages, and he ain't going to give it up. No one's going to pay him that wages. And why would he? He's going to sit and rot on the bench at City for a year, play the odd game here, and probably win another league title. While sitting there and he's banging a bunch of girls, going partying, drinking, living the fucking life, mate. You know what I'm saying? What does Foden do? Yeah, Foden don't drink, bruv. I've never seen Foden partying in my life. Foden had all the segments of his neighbours complaining about his partying. I never knew that. I have friends in Manchester who walk on this through. I never knew that. I know Grealish was, because I've heard things about Grealish in Man City. And Man City actually had enough. Pep Guardiola turned and said to him that, I'm saying now, obviously, now it's got to the point where he wants to get rid of the guy. But yeah, I don't know too much about Foden. The only scandal I've seen with Foden is the Iceland one when it was in COVID, which I don't even think that was that bad. Like Greenwood and him took girls back to the yard. Yeah, we were right. It was during quarantine. Rashford fanboys love to use it to bash Foden with because they want to sit there and go, "Oh, how comes Foden doesn't get criticised for that?" I'm like, bruv. He took 2 birds back to a fucking hotel room during quarantine. What are we doing here? Do you get what I'm saying? Did they get COVID? No. There's no Northern Ireland. Right, the north of Ireland then. Do a tier list of players who party hardest, bro. That'll be tier 1 entertainment. I don't know, brother. I honestly couldn't tell you. Neymar's probably number 1. That's why Neymar. Why do you have puke in your face? That's actually a good reminder. I need to go shave. Cheers for the shout. Yeah, that's actually I'd say Neymar's number one. From what I remember, from what I know, should I say? Yeah, Malacia, new 17-year-old Paraguayan. We keep the striker and Bueno. Oh yeah, we've already signed that 17-year-old, haven't we? And we signed 3 players in Jan. Naughty time, bro. I just spat out my drink. English players are big-headed. That's the problem. They don't go far in their career. The exception of a few that manage, like Rooney, Carrick, Gerrard, Lampard, and like this one, Rashford, Sancho. I think it's just some footballers. I don't think it's an English thing. I think it's just some footballers just just don't have the mentality. They just don't want to be the best. Do you know what I'm saying? They just don't want to be the best. And some footballers can have that and still be good. Ronaldinho was like that, but even Ronaldinho fell off after a while. Ronaldinho eventually fell off, didn't he? He didn't have a long career. He had like 5, 6, 7 years at the top. Do you get what I'm saying? Then he fell off. If you want to stay at the top, you've got to, up your discipline type of thing. Does that mean we go big next year? I've seen United top 10 FFP, so I can Liverpool spend on. I think, yeah, because I think it's bullshit though. I don't think Liverpool are that bad. Liverpool just sold Quansah for 35 million, bro, and that goes down. They can put that down as 100 million in FFP terms. Plus, they're going to sell Harvey Elliott for 40 million. Plus, they can sell Diaz for 80 million. They can sell Nunes for 40 million. Yeah, Liverpool are caked, bro. They're the best selling club in the world. Like, best selling club in the world. I've never seen a football club like it. 35 million for Quansah. And they're going to get 40 million for Harvey Elliott. Big up to PFC, bro. Pepe's recorded saying having sex improves player performance within days of games, causes proper endurance release. Yeah, maybe within days, but they're not allowed to have it before the night. And also, boxers aren't allowed to have it because boxers need the testosterone. For what I've Calvert-Lewin, yeah, no thanks, mate. Do you remember the Conte thing in Chelsea? He prohibited the players from putting effort in bed. Low. Is that actually true? I didn't even know that. Grealish got misses. I know about his family. Yeah, he cheats on his misses all the time, though. So does Declan. I reckon Declan Rice definitely cheats on his misses. But Grealish cheats on his misses all the time. I've seen Grealish at the treble celebrations and he's sitting there pointing at girls, bro. Listen, Grealish is just a weirdo, bro. Just a weirdo, bro. Proper, not got a mentality and all, mate. Not got a mentality and all. Bro, Fred and his mums were caught up at a club party. That wasn't a club, mate. That was showing the boxing. When Carl Walker and girls were... Carl Walker's another one, bruv. Carl Walker was up to madness, bruv. We'll call humping Foden. Is that true? No way Cole Palmer Foden was there. When Cole Palmer done that orgy thing, Touchline can give a shout out to Plunkett's Gaelic club. Who's that? Neymar is the boss level in that league. Dino's the yeah, Dino. I've seen a picture of Dino with 4 birds in a fucking hot tub. Dino was proper on that, bruv. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. He said he made him razor sharp focused. Listen, some players, maybe it does help. But his knees were gone living that hard. Chelsea are the best selling club. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Touchline, please stop sucking up Liverpool. I'm not a sucker of Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe I am. I don't really think I am. But they are the best selling club in the world. I can't lie. They're the best selling club in the world. 35 million for Quansah. They're going to get 40 for Nunes. They're going to get... Yeah, by the way, this clown, bruv, this Judge Mo clown, have you seen his recent title today? Come on my fucking FYP. Let me just show you lot, bruv. Look at this clown. Look at this clickbait shit, bro. I was about to... It got me so annoyed that I went on it. I clicked on the video. Yeah, I clicked on the video. Yeah, because I was going to fucking type in. I said, the state of that thumbnail. But he's got subscriber only mode. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Pedro to Chelsea. Here we go. No. I screenshotted it. Hold on. He's changed it. Chat, if I'm lying, I'm dying. Let me get the screenshot up. Bruv. If I'm lying, I'm dying. If I'm lying, I am dying. Yeah, he done this. Look what he put. Look what he done. These don't think they're fucking smart, bro. I screenshotted it because I felt so embarrassed for the guy. Honestly, second embarrassment, mate. This is what the screenshot was. Hold on. This is what his screenshot was. It's loading. There you go. La. Rodrigo and Sesko deal close. Liverpool set Gahey price. Chelsea new front three. Foden back to his best. I mean, he's still got Foden back to his best. He's got Liverpool Gahey price. Even though how can Liverpool set the Gahey price? Because Liverpool aren't the football club that owns Gahey. Crystal Palace set the Gahey price, but he's now changed it to Liverpool Gahey price. And notice how he done it whilst he was live. Had Rodrigo and Sesko deal close. Sorry, clickbait merchant, bruv. Why has he got Thomas Frank? That's fucking crazy, bruv. That's crazy though, isn't it? That's actually crazy. And he's caught red-handed. Look. He's changed it. Look what he's done. He's changed the fucking title. Caught red-handed, bruv. Caught red-handed. That he's changed it to Pedro and Chelsea. Here we go. Pedro to Chelsea. Here we go. Rodrigo and Sesko deal. When he had Rodrigo and Sesko deal close, and he's got them both in Arsenal kits. Do you get what I'm saying? Because he knew, bruv. He knew. Yeah, that was clickbait. He knew that would get Arsenal fans watching his show. He knew that, bro. Look at that. Rodrigo and Sesko in Arsenal kits, and he's got Rodrigo and Sesko deal close. Then he's got Liverpool set Gahey price. Well, Liverpool can't set the Gahey price because they don't own the guy. It's Crystal Palace that own the player. Chelsea new front three, which is now changed to. There, I'm back. Don't know what the fuck happened there. Judge Mo hacked him. Mo sent in the black vans. Judge Mo got him. There you go, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? That's crazy, bro. Caught red-handed, fucking changing his shit. But listen, I'm gonna wrap up in literally about 30 seconds. I'm just gonna set the redirect up to Liam, because I think he's gone live for the buying game. So let me wrong thing. No. Settings, no, wrong thing. Buy and view. Yeah, I'm going to redirect to the buy and view because he is going live, or he's been live. Yeah, is he live? Yeah, he is live for Flamingo Bayern Munich. It'd be hilarious if they get knocked out in it, but it ain't going to happen. So we'll just hit him with the touchline raid. Make sure you spam touchline raid. I'm so bricked with all this clickbait touchline. I can't let the chairs anything been put out tonight in my house. What? Oh my days, bruv. Listen, Wesley, mate, what the fuck? But yeah, make sure you're smashing the like button, people. Subscribe if you're new. We're going to try to get 1,100 subs by tomorrow. I've got a show with Rashid, 7 p.m. UK time on Monday, which is tomorrow. So yeah, hit the sub button, hit the like button, all that good jazz. And I'm out, people. Peace.